Okay, we are down here for MotoGP Academy and we are at Aragon. We're going to take Marc Marquez down to the iconic circuit. Let's get into it. Let's jump straight into Sector 1 here. So Sector 1 can be a bit tricky. Aragon is not a track that I particularly have gelled with, but it is a very tricky track as it's something that's a bit different. We come straight into the right hand corner here, making sure to apply the brakes smoothly, coming back into turn 2, keeping a nice tight line, keeping the apex nice and close, and just feathering the throttle through this sector. Roll off a little bit, put the throttle back on, pick that acceleration up, shift the body weight over to the left hand side of the bike, braking as smooth as we can into this tricky turn 5, out of turn 5, flicking across into turn 6 and past the line there. We have managed to get gold with a 32.084. Now let's continue that by jumping into Sector 2. Sector 2 is a bit of a tricky track, tricky sector, because for me I find this corner particularly hard. As you can see, twitching quite a lot there with Marquez. I'm sure Marquez would do a lot better than ourselves into here, into the off-camber first part of the reverse corkscrew, into the left-hander of turn 9. That wasn't the cleanest sector through here, but we're trying to now keep the mid-corner speed up, keeping close to the apex, just keeping smooth on the accelerator as much as we can, and we cross the sector marker with a 29.701. Now we pick back up from where we just finished, going into completing Sector 3. As we come out of turn 10, the Marc Marquez corner, we're coming into turn 11, which is a tricky leaning while braking sort of 90-degree corner. Very easy to fluff your lines there. Now you're coming back into the right-hander of turn 13 into another chicane. So we've got a good variety of sweeping corners here. On the brakes, and again on the brakes, trying to get ourselves the best run down this long back straight, and we've crossed the sector line there. That is a 21.1 that we managed to complete in Sector 3. Now Sector 4, in my opinion, would be the easiest part of this track. It is just power central. This is where the Ducati Bologna Bullet is going to come into its own, and you're looking to just absolutely smash that accelerator, get the power down, and come into the last corner, braking and trying to trail brake your way in if you can, keeping the accelerator nice and smooth, taking a bit more of a wide sweeping line, cut back to the apex, drop the ride height, and come across the line with a 24.949 there for us. Now let's jump into doing a full lap here at Aragon with Marc Marquez, one of the greatest riders in the MotoGP era, modern era in that respect, just absolutely dominant around the Aragon circuit. He is. We go into the first sector having a better run than we did in the training sessions, as we're looking to just feather the throttle through here. It's all about bike control, maintaining that mid-corner speed as much as you can, just smooth inputs, and just keeping yourself. For this sort of guide, this is for general person trying to get better at MotoGP, not an expert. Disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I try and keep within the parameters of the darker side of the tarmac to keep myself on the most ideal racing line. It's going to be very tricky here. Sometimes the rear will want to step out, but we've run a little bit of a wider line here, but we're keeping the corner speed high, just feathering the throttle, not keeping full throttle, as the bike won't really like that. Just keep going through the gears now, braking smoothly into turn 12. Through now, flicking into turn 13, coming up to the chicane now, where we can take a few different lines, but we're going to take a bit of a closer entry into turn 1, and a little bit of a closer entry into turn 15, and just put the throttle straight on, click through the gears, do a little bit of quick shifting to ensure that you are maximizing the speed and smoothness that the bike will have down into the final corner. Heavy on the brakes, ride height device lifts, coming in to turn 16, followed by turn 17. Good run through there, dropping the ride height device down, and that is a lap with a 145.684. Thank you guys for watching. Put down your tips below, share it, and be part of the community. Thank you so much for watching.